Ben Shapiro, he's always talking about how freedom and stuff, right? Like, isn't he one of these freedom guys that loves freedom?
He's a libertarian.
He's a libertarian. Do you know that?
Yeah.
It's amazing how all these guys that I listen to them, I'm like, oh, that's conservative. They turn out to be a libertarian. Isn't that weird?
I'm like, damn, you know what? I don't disagree anymore. You know, we both believe in freedom and that
It's
people
weird
can be
how
who they are.
Like the main thing that I'm starting to associate libertarianism with is people who want to restrict the rights of other people, just like for really no reason. It's weird.
Well, naturally, libertarianism is for big government and government overreach. Naturally, this is a libertarian ideal. Everybody knows
and telling individuals that like your lifestyle is not okay with me, and I want to pass laws to stop you from doing it. That's a libertarian.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No, a libertarian is someone who hates trans people.
Pretty much, and often, kind of, look, I've just seen several instances where they also love like children. Anyway, let's see what Ben Shapiro said.
Should wearing dresses and skirts be illegal for men in public? If so, should wearing pants for women be illegal in public? Well, pants not so much, because there is a female version of pants that is nearly indistinguishable in many cases from...
It's already the stupidest shit I've heard all day.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, exactly. What does it mean? There's already, so there's no male version of dresses, like a kilt or just like a kimono or a robe or anything like that doesn't count. What?
I'd also love like his reasoning, because he's always about biology, right? He's like, oh, the real way to do things, clothes are very unnatural, very unbiological. There is no reason. There is no reason for why clothes are for men and for women.
Think about like the logical, kind of, the repercussions of if let's pass a law that says, men can't wear dresses. All right, well, what constitutes a dress, right? Mm-hmm. So like, does that just outlaw kilts? Does that outlaw, any kind of like an oversized shirt? Can a man wear a shirt that's kind of long? Like somebody's going to have to come up with the measurements.
Yeah.
And the like exactly what type of, that's absurd.
If a guy wears a shirt that goes further down than his shorts, then it's a dress.
Donald Duck in it.
Yeah.
Well, exactly. Donald Duck in is wearing it where there's just like not even covering anything, I guess.
Yeah. Would that still be a dress if I went out and just wore a shirt?
Not sure.
Well, Archmage Fry, I also have a correction. Female pants are just male pants that cost twice as much. Not quite true. Female pants also frequently don't have pockets.
True.
Yeah.
It's true.
The number of times I'm carrying stuff for the woman I'm with, it's insane.
What is the context of this video? I feel like we are explaining that. No, maybe.
But I guess more like, is this a recent video?
Yes, it is a recent video.
Shapiro was apparently in his bedroom, had time to do anything, and answered a comment, I think, about should men wearing dresses and women wearing pants be outlawed?
And his answer is fucking insane. Because apparently he's insane. Yeah. So the context is that the conservatives, Republicans, the right, from basically mediocre right to far right, all of them are doing a big trans panic right now. And so these types of questions pop up where somebody's like, because that's the kind of these are the big ideas that they're wrestling with over on the right. It's like, well, okay, so we don't like trans people. So does that mean that men can't wear dresses? That should be illegal, right?
So they have to be like, yeah. Because it's like, yeah.
They have to paint themselves in these such fucking absurd corners.
Male pants. But men wearing traditional female clothing in public, I think that there's a case that local communities should be able to stop that. Sure.
Make the case. I'd love to hear it.
I'm sure he will. The last couple seconds he has.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I really believe that like laws like that. I mean, laws should be in the interest of public safety. And I don't see how that makes anything safe for anybody. It just makes
No.
I mean, it creates a safe space for conservatives, is what it does.
Mm-hmm.
They want the world to be a safe space for them. That's what it is.
Well, I mean, it begs the question, of course, why is it wrong for men to wear skirts, but okay for women to wear pants? Well, it's just because, we're used to women wearing pants at this point in our society.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like you have to give me an actual, argument that somehow you're, someone's in danger because a man's wearing a skirt or something like that. Like, what's your argument against it? You gotta give me something, man.
I mean, I guess that the argument would be the slippery slope of if they are just all in on thinking that, I don't know, trans people are doing something to somebody, then therefore we might as well just make it to where nobody can even look trans. I guess I don't know. It's fucking nonsense.
It's the slippery slope in Ben Shapiro's mind. He knows if he's allowed to wear a dress, he's gonna be wearing a dress out there, and he just doesn't want to.
Yep.
Because of course,
stop me.
As a man, right? If it was normal for men to wear dresses, that would be fucking dope. Because that would be so comfortable. That would be so freeing. Wearing pants sometimes, especially if it's hot and it's tight, that shit's uncomfortable as hell.
Yeah, I mean,
biologically, it would make a lot more sense for men to wear dresses.
I mean, I agree. Honestly, I kind of wish I would not feel like I was being stared at if I just wore a skirt or something and went out in public but I would just be too aware of people looking at me, and I'd be like, this is distracting. I can't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
So I wish we lived in that society, like in Star Trek, the first season of Star Trek: The Next Generation.
Yeah.
You know what, Turf? You know what I'm talking about, right?
Oh yeah, I love Star Trek.
No, you don't know.
I watched all the Star Trek, especially the one in space. I love that season.
That's the best one.
His favorite character is Gandalf.
Oh yeah, here's a good one.
Yeah, what's up with that? That never made sense to me. Why the bikes are like that? Why do they make sure to have a bar that can crush a man's junk? Yeah. It's the girls' bikes, they got the bars slanted, goes down that way. It's okay, that makes why these weird gender things that people do have taken for granted. And that's what the conservatives are really against, is the idea that anybody's challenging these norms that have been in place for X amount of time.
Sure. I mean, we have local laws about being naked or indecent exposure, or at least we used to.
Bro, he looks...
Yeah, he sold the argument to me. Now I'm 100% for the libertarian approach of outlawing people's civil liberties.
Yeah, I mean, we have laws to keep people from being naked, so we should have laws to keep people from wearing certain clothes. That makes complete fucking sense, Ben Shapiro.
That's the same thing. That's
Yeah, that's a direct comparison. Was that it? Is that his argument?
Yes, that was his argument.
Seems to be.
I know, it's a hell of an argument.
It's just
completely, yeah.
I mean, it's not difficult for him to keep up his whole illusion that he is the facts guy. At least come with something. It's not hard for him to paint himself as the smart, intelligent person, and the fact that he doesn't do that all the time when it's so easy for him is baffling. How he can sound this dumb.
You know who I blame for Ben? Sorry.
He came with the anti-nudity laws. Come on. It proves everything right there.
You know who I blame for Ben Shapiro?
Who?
The Big Bang Theory show, that sitcom.
Oh God!
That normalized this idea that if a little wiry guy talks like this, then he must be super smart.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I just made that up, but sounds.
It's good theory.
I enjoyed that show.
Still fuck that show. I don't like it. Are you a defender of that show? Let's debate.
Yes, I will defend it. For a couple minutes. I don't have much in me.
I mean, essentially, I think what Ben Shapiro is saying is that he's afraid that, I guess men in dresses are gonna go up to kids and go ha 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 and
yeah,
something like.
The thing, I don't even think he's going that far.
That is illegal.
I think he's just just the thought of a guy just wearing a dress freaks him out. Either that, or it's like it is all like a grift, and he's just like, but he's so far down, like he has to do this.
Well,
Like,
we're going to talk about that a little bit later for sure, because it is a grift to a degree. Yeah, although he might believe what he's saying, but still,
exactly, it's just with someone like Ben Shapiro, who, like, I see him as having more. I see him as better than some of the others, like compared to a Matt Walsh. You know, it's like even though Ben Shapiro's I hate him, right? And a lot of what he says, it's just like I feel like there's more there, if that makes any sense. But so it's like I can't imagine him honestly believing that what he's saying here is like correct, that he's like making a good argument.
Think about it though. Matt Walsh works for Ben Shapiro for the Daily Wire. Matt Walsh is a self-described theocratic fascist, so that must mean to some degree Ben Shapiro is fine with theocratic fascism.
Oh, he's full on fine with it. He's fine with everything he's doing. You know, like even if something is a grift, doesn't mean that they're not still a piece of fucking shit. You know, probably even worse, because if they know what they're doing and they're still fine with it, that's not good. You know?
Nope.
So it's
libertarianism and theocratic fascism are two political ideologies that are known to go well together.
You know, I could talk about why I don't like anti-fandom, but I'd rather talk about why I like the term anti-fandom, because I think it's a really good term. Anti-fandom, this movement, isn't about fandom or the media. It's about power, it's about brotherhood and ganging up. It's about feeling like you know some big secret, like you're the little guy taking on the big, shadowy, leftist, woke powers. At the end of the day, it's make-believe, it's playing pretend for adults, or, you know, man-children. Despite what any of them say, it isn't about fandom. It's contrary to the definition of fandom, which is basically liking things together as a community. The end result of all this is just a vortex of hate and misery, and it's all revolving around this missing center where the media or the community or the liking should be, and it just isn't.